Where I am now, better than before. With those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'm taking all the praise. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. Where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 Studio, WMVA 88.9 FM Studio, all you have to do is go to Everette Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to 1350 AM, 1400am.com, go to church webcast, click, and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go to YouTube at Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1. Our newest station over there is at FYI Radio Show. And host Yolanda Hinton. That's the newest platform. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we promise we'll shout you out.
You promise?
Promise.
Shout.
Mr. E, how was your weekend?
Well, I had a great weekend. I did a long weekend, did a lot of work.
Why so much work?
Well, I took the time out because during the course of the week, some of the things you go lacking, some of the things you don't pay close attention to. So I had to take the time out and do some work around the YARD, the yard. I had a lot of yard work to do, a lot of cleaning up to do, a lot of this and a lot of that to do.
Well, Miss Lee, while you was working, she was relaxing. Had a wonderful vacation. And I'm back, I'm here, and I'm popping, but I'm ready for the next one.
Tell our listener, how was your weekend?
It was wonderful. I just told y'all that. Mr. E wasn't listening.
I'm trying to dip. I'm trying to dip. I'm trying to get you to tell us all that you have done from the beginning to the end.
I wish I would, because we don't have the time. I need my own show for that, my own 30 minutes to talk about the vacation. But I tell you what, Mr. E, not only a great vacation, I'm ready for the next one, planning for the next one. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you did something fun. The 4th of July. Now, Mr. E, you know you wasn't just working on the 4th of July, were you?
I'm telling you the truth. I was working. Didn't have no hamburger.
On the 4th of July.
On the 4th of July, didn't have no hamburger. No cookout, no grill, no nothing going on but the lawnmower and the weed eater.
Jesus have mercy. Somebody come and lay hands on this man. You got to take at least one day, Mr. E, to chill out.
the llama and the weekend and I became very, very close again.
Well, anyway, Missy, I hope you enjoyed your work. I enjoyed my time. I hope you all enjoyed yours. Good morning, Miss Sheila Robbins. I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. Look, the days are coming and they're going. The 4th of July is past. And now, Miss Lee, what other holiday are we gonna celebrate in this summer month? This
Well,
summer?
you
That's
got
it.
Memorial, and you got
Well, that's way down the line, isn't it?
is it Memorial Day or not Memorial Day? But you got another closeout sale. But you know, you got a date is coming up real soon, from July the 8th all the way until the August or something of that nature, where Amazon and Walmart
Yes.
are in competition with one another.
The sales.
The sale, Black Friday, and all that stuff come up around the corner.
Well, they have a lot of sales now. Amazon, like you said, getting ready to launch a whole bunch of sales and stuff. You all go online and get what you can get. Everybody's up there trying to get that last minute summer, get rid of that summer stuff, and just help us to just buy, and buy.
That's right. They say to make sure that you need it before you go in there trying to purchase. Yeah, don't just
make sure you need it.
Yes, make sure you need it. Just
now,
don't buy.
We don't just buy our
buy.
needs.
Yeah.
We buy what we need, and we buy what we don't need.
That's why we got so much stuff. That's why we got so much stuff hanging around the house that we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a marvelous time. Mr. E, it was bittersweet. We're celebrating, we celebrated Independence Day and everything, but there were some things that were going on, like in Texas, that we need to pray for families. We have lost 80-something people with that storm. It's a terrible storm.
Miss Hinton, we've been blessed around here because we're surrounded by bodies of water.
We're underneath sea level.
That's right. And so since we're underneath sea level and the water had not, and look at Texas, it just knocked people out of camps and campuses, campers, and, just went through the system went above ground and destroyed homes and neighborhoods. They said people was floating down the street.
Yes.
And one young lady said somebody opened up the door and she jumped right on out.
Yeah.
And all she said, all she wanted to do after they pulled her out was to take a shower.
Wow. Well, please pray, because I'm telling you, water is dangerous when it comes time to flooding and storms and things like that. Don't take it for granted. It's a controversy too, Mr. E, about were people warned? Were they warned in time? In time did everything happen the way it was supposed to happen? Why did these people die? Why didn't they get the warning and stuff? So we're going to be hearing about that for a minute.
That's right. And don't forget, they're going to drop some money on those folks also for the relief fund.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That's sometimes, these people jump ship with these agencies and things when it comes to, trying to get
you ain't got that kind of insurance.
And so you got these folks better, come through FEMA, get yourself together. I don't know who's pulling money from underneath these agencies. Well, we do know, but I'm saying people need to be made whole. I tell you what. That's
right. And and that's by saying that folks, we keep our prayers and our antennas open for the survivors, that people may be rescued and and help get themselves back together.
Yeah, they're sending agencies from Hampton Roads. I know Youngkins and certain agencies are instrumental in getting things that they need down there. And so thank God people come to the rescue. Thank God, all over the country, they are, aiding and helping those in Texas.
That's right. That's a good thing.
So, Mr. E, this is Monday. Sports Talk. And I tell you what, I'm going to tell you what I missed, first of all, before we start talking about these other sports and things. I missed the NBA. I missed looking at the game. But I tell you what, we're going to talk about the WNBA, because that's fire too. Don't underestimate these wonderful young ladies that are doing their thing. And but we're going to talk about a little bit of news. What's going on in sports news, Mr.
Just before we talk about the WNBA, Caitlin is doing a wonderful job. Chris Paul hinted from the NBA that he might retire. Chris Paul hinted at retirement, saying that he would play this last year before he retired. So Chris Paul, who has been in the league for such a long time, 20 seasons,
Wow. 20-year veteran.
That's right. And talking about it, he's ready to shut it down.
Do you believe him?
No.
Because some of them say that, but they linger for a minute. Now, our friend, your friend, you always talk about it overrated. He talks about retirement quite a bit.
Well,
He's still in the game.
That's right. They said it leaked out that his wife or somebody was talking about him retiring.
Who we talking about?
You talking about LeBron James, That leaked out that his son, but Brownie was doing a wonderful job in the summer league. He's in summer school now. He was doing a wonderful job. But LeBron James always talking about he's going to set it down, but I don't believe so.
When the time comes, he'll shut it down. But I'm telling you, when they're offering you bucks after big bucks, Mr. E, why in the world do you need to retire? You can still play. You're still young. And the money's good.
Well, here's what happened to Chris Paul. Agency said while it appeared Paul would embark on a farewell tour, who he will do it for remaining questions. He signed with San Antonio prior to the 2025 season on a 1-year, $10.4 million contract, meaning he is a free agent. That's right. $10.4 million. Been in the league 25 years, at 20 years, and he averaged 8.8 per game. The lowest career long, 7.34 assists, 3.6 rebounds, 1.3 steal. I can do that. Well, his total also averaged over 28 minutes per game.
Well, he's one of the top remaining unsigned players, and he seemed to give Hill an indication of where he could be headed.
That's right.
Hill mentioned the Los Angeles Lakers are in need of a guard, and Paul mentioned his family has stayed in Los Angeles while he's played across the country.
Well,
but ultimately a decision hasn't been made.
Well, let's talk in the air that he might be going to Golden State Warriors.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Not only that, we got another fella that's being traded now. That's Kevin Durant.
Now I want to talk to Mr. E, because Mr. E, as good as Kevin Durant is, you have made him an overrated has-been. This is not a has-been. This is a playing man. Let's just give him his props.
Well, Kevin Durant is if you're gonna make him a playing man, he wouldn't be bounced around the league so much.
Okay.
They done bounced him and bounced him and bounced him and bounced him and bounced him. And now Kevin Durant is right now going to the Houston Rockets. That's where my boy Bearded Man is. He's at the Rockets. So that's where Akeem Dream used to.
Harden's not there.
No, he's not there.
Okay.
That's where a lot of other folks are there. Listen to this. They took a series of going around back to Kevin Durant traded to the Houston Rockets before the draft ultimately became the first 7-team trade in NBA history. A complex transition when the league annual moratorium or business official concluded Sunday. All told, the deal involved the Rockets, Atlanta Hawks, Brooklyn Nets, the Golden State Warriors, LA, Minnesota Timberwolves, the Phoenix Suns. 6 players, along with Durant, has been pushed around the league. That's Kevin Durant, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green, he he played good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Green, yes. Dylan Brooks, Clint, David Reuter, and Pollandon. Yeah, one of the first team draft picks. The next 10 selection last month used the Phoenix versus Houston as part of the Durant deal to select this Kermon and 12 second-round pick where he almost moved. In addition, Houston made a second-round pick swap with the Hawks and sent them cash consideration.
Ooh, I wonder what kind of money you're talking about.
For Durant. Kevin Durant goes down the drain.
How is it that Kevin Durant goes down?
Kevin Durant.
How is that?
They done did their thing. Kevin Durant, Westbrook, LeBron James, all our boys are part-timers.
Well, this is what he
Chris
said.
Paul.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Well, let me tell you what Kevin said. He said, my time in Phoenix has come to an end. All these stops along the journey, see, that's what you're talking about, have really impacted me in a positive way. Remember, it's a world behind the scenes, and those who make things work in that space work tirelessly to make our lives easier as players. I appreciate all the show.
Bye-bye, Kevin Durant. They said that the Durant deal wasn't eligible to be completed until Sunday, when the monetary year end and the deal was allowed to be consummated. The NBA 2025-26 league, due to satisfactory salary cap requirement that allow Phoenix to take those second round picks from Houston and maneuver into the draft, making series of deals that wound up spreading them around to various teams. Bye-bye, Kevin Durant. Bye-bye, Chris Paul.
How old is Kevin Durant?
About 30-some years. Bye-bye, what's his name? LeBron. Bye-bye. Go home. Sit down.
LeBron is not going anywhere right now.
Yeah, he gonna make some money. He gonna drain LA for every dime, quarter, every he get. He's selling tickets now. You got to remember, he's selling box office tickets. He's selling peanuts and popcorn. He's selling jerseys and things of that nature. And he got sneakers out there. So look, KD got some sneakers out there too, but guess what? He's gonna sneak right on out of here. Him and Chris Paul.
These will always be champions.
He's gonna join Ivan.
We give them their props.
He's gonna join Iverson and the rest of the boys.
Iverson is still around, but they're doing great things. A lot of them. But anyway, let's talk about the WNBA because our girls are on fire.
That's right, our girl Caitlin and Spock. But the Caitlin played against the Sparks on Saturday, and Caitlin and I'm lost.
Caitlin, you act like that's the name of the team. Now let's get the team here, Mr. E. What's the team?
The Fevers.
Thank you.
The Sparks played against the Fevers, and they lost to the Sparks. 89. That was on Saturday.
Was close. That was
89, 87. 89, 87. Yeah.
Very close.
But when you look at the league, the Sparks is a 6-13, and the Fevers are a 9-9. So they doing good. They still in the race. But when you look at this final game for the Lynx played against Valentine, the score was 87-71. So that was on Saturday. That's Saturday's game.
Oh.
That's Saturday game. Then yesterday game, Sunday. Then when you go to Sunday game, there's another game that played that the Storms played against the Liberty.
There's a Storm.
The Storms played against the Liberty, and your girl team didn't win neither. Since you want to talk about your girl, the Storm played against the Liberty 79-70. The Aces beat the Suns 86-68, and your girl. Your girl, Angie Reese, Angel Reese lost.
Well, you win something, you lose some.
Lost 80-75 by 5 points.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, she's still in the game. She's still doing well. They still bringing the boys and girls to the yard.
Yeah, they selling tickets now.
And talk about endorsements and things like that. These young ladies are really, really packing that money in.
They selling the tickets, and all we could do is look at them and smile and say, go forward, and go forward.
Yeah, so they were in the news for your girl, what's your girl's name?
I know you don't. I know you know her name. Her name is Caitlin. Don't mess her name up now. Her name is Caitlin.
Has got a chance to pick some folk for they had drafted some folk, and she did name our girl Angela Reese. She's named among them. Who else, Mr. E, in that story?
Isn't it strange how Caitlin can select people?
Man, that's the girl is a champion. She look. Let me say this. I have to say this. When we saw her and Angela and many more in those college games, they were fire, and they brought that fire over to the WNBA. And they brought the crowds, they brought the endorsements, they brought. I mean, it is just a whole different world now with the WNBA because of those young ladies.
They said the All-Star Games 2025 reserve reveal for Caitlin Clark and Collins. These are 2 of the ones that are the captains. Here are your 2025 ATM WNBA All-Star Reserve. Sonia Clinton, Skylar Diggs, Raina Howard, Kiki.
Kiki's good.
Kiki, that's her name. Kiki, and she played for the Washington Misses. Keisha Mitchell, Kersey Plum, Angela Reese from their own reserve. Angela Reese and Elias Thomas, they are the team. They are on reserve. These are the girls that's going on the reserve. Now, here's the starters for the 2025 All-Star starters. The captain, Caitlin Clark.
Absolute clap.
The
clap,
captain
clap, clap.
of the Indiana Fevers. And then you got Collins of the Minnesota Lynx. And you got Alicia Buck from the Indiana Fevers. That's 2 of them for the Fevers. And then you got from the Dallas Wings, you got Paige Bucker, you got Atlanta Dream, Alicia Graves, New York Liberties got Sabrina, and Seattle Storms got Nikisha Orwood. The Dallas Wings got San Antonio. The New York Liberties has Brina Stewart, and the Aces, LA Acers has Las Vegas Lakers has AJ Wilson.
All right.
Them are the starters, and then you got the second string. Do I need to mention any of the second string?
No, we don't need to mention it, but we want to find out what games are coming up. Let's see if you could pull that up. WNBA this week coming up. These games we want to know so we can keep our eyeballs on these games.
When games coming up this week, you got today's game. They got the Violeteers against the Dreams. And then you got more games. You got the Violeteers against the Dreams. Go back. You got the Violeteers against the Dreams and more. You got Volunteers against the Dreams, the Winds against the Mercies, and tomorrow you got the Skies against Mystery, Aces against the Liberty, and then on Wednesday you got the Storms against the Suns, and the Fever plays on Wednesday.
Wow, you all check out those games. I tell you what, they are fire. Yes, these young ladies are playing. Yes, they're making that money, Mr. E, and they are just really giving us a great show. They are professional. And they are playing just like.
But don't forget, we getting close. When the women stop playing those games, we get close to the NFL.
You mentioned them already.
That's right.
We ready to jump on the NFL.
That's right.
But we do have the NFL schedule, don't we?
That's right. We got the NFL schedule, and we also have those who are going into training camp. As of Thursday, September the 5th, that's when the season starts. September the 4th. It's on a Thursday. The Dallas Cowboys will play against the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, they be playing in Philadelphia also.
That is amazing.
That's right. And then on September the 5th, that Friday, you got Kansas City versus LA Rams, and that's in Brazil. They're going to Brazil too. And then you got the September the 7th game start when everybody's playing on that Sunday. Yeah. But to kick it off on that Thursday, guess what? You got the Philadelphia Eagles playing against them boys, them good old boys. So mark your calendar right now. Go into your kitchen, mark your calendar for September the 4th. That's when the season starts.
Is Philadelphia ready? Now they should be ready and right and just doing their thing because what, Mr. E? They were what? They won what?
They won.
What did they win?
They won something.
They won the last season's championship.
That's right. They won the Super
Now
Bowl.
they got to come, and they've got to come with it. And then look, Dallas, you all got to show up.
We
now.
will be there in spite of our all-pro running back getting in some trouble.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We got an all-pro return kicker. He got into some trouble.
What kind of trouble?
They're just misdemeanors. Just a little
Wait a
small
minute.
misdemeanor.
Mr. E, don't say misdemeanor. Mr. E, don't skate through this. Tell us what he did, why he did it, and why so soon, close to the new season.
I have no idea why these cats getting in trouble before the
too much
the
time
season.
On their hands.
Yeah, you're right. Before the season starts, they already getting in trouble. I said to myself, Lord, help
Yeah, it's
help
not
them.
time. You're making too much money, getting too many opportunities. You got fans all over the world. Come on. And who is it? Who was that again? Who is that cutting up? Look, we just went and finished talking about this over there in boxing with all these little cut-ups and things like that. Now we're over here. Somebody's cutting up already.
That's
Why?
right. Dallas player cutting up already. They can't stay in the game. I mean, I don't know what to say about him.
What did he do? Mr. He's dragging his feet. He's not trying to get this story out. This one of his.
All-pro kick-up term arrested on 2 charges. Turpin. His name is Kevontae Turpin, arrested on 2 charges of misdemeanor. All-pro kick and return. Kevontae Turpin was arrested Saturday by Allen Police Department and is facing 2 misdemeanor charges, according to the online record. Was booked into the Collins Court jail, charged with possession.
Possession of what?
Marijuana.
Oh, that tweet. Maybe that was a 4th of July tweet.
And carrying a weapon. Yeah.
Okay, now.
He was released on $1,500 bond.
You don't get opportunity. Do you know how many young men would love to play in the NFL?
My God.
And he has that opportunity. Don't do it.
It blew my mind. I said, Lord have mercy, we cannot go a season without some dirt for the airbag.
Is that going to affect your team?
It could affect the team.
Why? Is he that good?
He's that good. Let me tell you, he makes $18 million.
Oh, my.
And he makes... Turpin played wide receiver, signed a 3-year, $18 million extension with the Cowboys in March. Wow. He returned the average of 33.5 yards in the first year of this dynamite kickoff and took one for 99 yards for a touchdown against the Washington Commanders.
Is that a sign? Y'all starting off wrong.
We get all the dirt out the way so we can complete what's going on. That's why they're in training camp.
They better be in training camp, and he better get it together now. We don't want to hear no more about this. These folks, like I said, they get opportunities that people wish they could get. It's time to take advantage of what you've been given.
That's why they go on to training camp, and a few teams started on the 21st, and a few teams started in the 22nd and the 23rd of July. So if you want to know about your team, you can go to ESPN and you can find out about your team when they go into training camp.
You should go to one of the training camp things. That's that's in Texas, right? Are they training in Texas?
They're training in Texas too.
Well, maybe you should go see the Commanders. That's close.
They training in
Texas.
You
said never that. No, you should have
said never that.
Oh, right. Anyway, look, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your support. James Overton, we see you. All you all that are on that I don't see, thank you for joining us on today for Monday Sports Talk. Don't forget our FYI After Dark, 6 p.m. on social media. And we got some other great shows for you. Listen, be blessed. The weather's going to be pretty decent this week. Take advantage of it and make sure you're living the best of life. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Now, if you'd like to be a special guest, a sponsor, or intern of the most talked about, or if you just want to sit in our audience, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. You email us, we email you back and let you know what date and time that you can be a guest or you can be in our audience. So don't forget to give us a call at 757-714-7861 and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. Bye now.
What a wonderful day, a blessed day. Make sure you all pray for those that are in Texas. Suddenly, sometimes, things happen we're not expecting. And it is just amazing how things can just wipe through and come through just like that, people unprepared. The thing about it, it is controversial about what has happened. Some people are blaming the administration for taking away certain things that should be in place when it comes to, broadcasting about the weather and things like that. The president of the United States is livid that he would be accused. He might as well hold on to his seat and his seatbelt because he's going to be accused of a whole lot of things. But anyway, please pray for those who, have found themselves a victim of circumstances. And we just want to, keep them lifted up. Families, are hurting. Families are without. I saw on the other day wherein a lady was pleading for help. Water, Miss Lee, I don't know if you saw this on social media. A young woman was pleading for help. Her father could not get up. He was sick, and she needed assistance, and the water was just coming in. She said she tried to call 911. She tried her best. I'm hoping and praying somebody got to them because that water was rushing and he was in the bed, couldn't get out. She couldn't get him out, and it was just like too much. So we are going to continue praying for those there in Texas.
That's right.
Just like Mr. E said, we are we are underwater, actually we're below sea level, and if we would ever get a tsunami, I'll see y'all in heaven, because that's a lot of water that we have. And like I said, suddenly, and we can't brace sometimes for certain things. We're not warned at times about certain things, and we just need to make sure we really have empathy and sympathy for those that are hurting and suddenly find themselves in a crisis.
That's right, Miss Hinton. Find yourself in a crisis, then you got to go on, do what you got to do. Make sure you help somebody as you go along the way.
Absolutely. We got some upcoming shows, FYI After Dark. We're on at 6 p.m. And also, we have some topics that we're going to be dealing with on our After Dark shows around the town with Everette, community news and events. Then we have Hot Topics with Yolanda Hinton. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things that's not in the news, but things that are really on people's minds, things that people want to talk about. And we also are going to be talking about our cryptocurrency with Jason L. Baker. We'll have him back on for part 3. We are going to talk about what's happening, the current trends, what's good, what's bad, what's coming in the land as far as the crypto. And we will share those things with you on our After Dark show. Then our Wednesday segment, men's issues. And then we have our FYI. Fun Friday, women's issues. We'll be talking about that as well. Monday Sports Talk every Monday. If you all want to, join us as we talk about the WNBA, make sure you're looking at the games. Make sure you got your rah-rah on, supporting the WNBA so they can keep it up. Then we have our NFL coming up. We're going to be covering some of the pre-games, and then we're going to get into it. Also, be a special guest, intern, or sponsor with FYI. Mr. E has that information.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor of the most talked about radio show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or email us at fyradioshow@gmail.com. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
All right. Well, look, we'll see you. And you can also join us on Wednesday for more FYI radio show. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
2 up, 2 down. VA.
Mr. You got anything else you want to tell them?
No, just want to let you know. Have a good day.
Nothing about WBXB?
No, just tell them have a good day.
Bye.